Hi, I'm Casey Taylor, head coach at Del Oro High School. I'll be starting my 14th year at Del Oro. I'd really like to thank the 49ers, MaxPreps, and USA Football for inviting us down here. What a great opportunity for our guys to come down and check out a facility and just first class. Really appreciate it, and I appreciate letting my son hang out here, and he's a big 49er fan. So, yeah, well, the poor kid's got to hang out with me all summer. Probably been to more workouts than 80% of our guys, and so he gets a little trick today. But again, thanks for having us. We're real excited. We're very fortunate to be at a great school. Del Oro is in Loomis, California. It's between Rockland and Auburn on 80, kind of up in the foothills. It's a rural town, blue-collar town that just really believes in family values. We're very fortunate to have a great community that supports us. We've had a lot of success over the years, and a lot of that's due to our community. We have a great administration that believes in athletics, and that if we have a great fall football season, it really carries over into our school year. We are supported, like I said, through that. Very fortunate to be in the place we're at. We play in a great league, the Sierra Foothill League, which is one of the top in Northern California, with Rockland, Folsom, Oak Ridge, Granite Bay, Nevada Union, and Wood Creek, and we play a great team. We play a great non-league schedule throughout the state and out of state, and we're just real excited for this year. We had seven sophomores start in our playoff game. We lost in the second round to Vacaville last year. We have seven, like I said, sophomore starters. We have a great senior class, and 4 of them are here tonight that are just great leaders. And as there was 2 of them that played on our state team that went up, Justin Burrage and Trey Adolfi, that were 3-year starters for us. But the other JV guys, with those 2 gone, went undefeated as sophomores. So we got a great group that understand that we got to do the little things right. Leadership's going to be key. The way we handle ourselves on and off the field is going to be very key for us to put a run together. Besides our league, I see Elk Grove here. Elk Grove is one of the best schools in our area, along with Grant and schools that we'll have to face to win the section title going through here. So we're from a tough league, tough section, but we feel we got the troops this year to really put a good run together, and we're really excited about how they've developed on and off the field. One big thing we really feel as coaches in our program is really developing these young men, and we want to use football as a vehicle to teach life lessons. And these guys have really bought in and off the field. Not only doing what we want on the field, but off the field, volunteering for special needs proms, Evening of Dreams, being very involved in our literacy, community reading program, and doing those things off the field that people don't see. But I really feel when our program's at, as good as we've been on the field, we're even better off of it. And it's a credit to these seniors that have really stepped up and not changed the culture, but continued the culture and made it stronger. And I really appreciate all of our seniors' effort, as well as a great junior class that will be helping them out.
Do you still enjoy doing this? I mean, you always schedule tough, take on anybody. We always have good groups, you get new guys, but you got to be enthused, otherwise it'll leach out.
Well, it's getting harder. There's no doubt about it. But I love it. You know, I love the competition. I love the football. Everybody questions our schedule, and I think Elk Grove would attest to this. It's hard finding games. It's not like we have 10 people. We have 10 local schools that we call every year that are right next to us but don't want to play us. And we just don't want to play games to play games. We've learned going to the state championship and playing for section titles that it's a fine line. And we want to go undefeated every year. Don't get me wrong. That's our goal until we lose one. But we know by playing those teams, if you want to get to that state level and win a state championship, you got to play those teams. And especially with our league, the competition we've had over the years, we think it's very important to go out and see great competition. We've seen, we saw 8 Division I tackles last year, D tackles last year. But it turns it around. Not that just Elk Grove's here, but you get in big games and a lot of teams that would fold. And, in the section championship, we were very fortunate against Elk Grove a few years back to make that happen. I think a lot of that has to do with the teams we play, the events we play, and the type of playoff atmosphere games we have in August, September are a big part of why we do that. It's also great in the offseason holding guys accountable. I feel like when we've been very humbled by De La Salle the last 2 years, and I think anytime we have a day in our weight room or doing something, I always remind the guys, hey, wonder if De La Salle is taking a playoff, and they're not. We know they're not. So I think it's very good on that end of really preparing and really seeing where you're at. We really want to find the best version of our team, and I think by playing those teams, despite the record, I think that's kind of where we find our success.
Coach, do you think the off-season rules are going to help football eventually, or what's your thought on
Yeah, we've been doing it, so I don't think it's really affecting us too much. I feel that I think safety is very, very important. We'll hit, like Coach Blankenship said, but we try to keep everybody up. We had in our section, I don't know if it's every section, for team camps, we had to do controlled scrimmage, they call it, and we've been doing that, and so it wasn't really hard for us. I feel you can be a physical team. I think we pride ourselves on being physical. I think you can be a physical team with still not taking people to the ground and being stupid with contact. For us, we've kind of cut back on some of the summer stuff. We feel quality versus quantity. So I don't think from a numbers standpoint, as far as hours or contacts or things, this really hasn't affected us too much. But I've also felt like we've got a lot of things in place through the years that has made it a lot easier for us with these transitions. I just think one thing with the CIF, they really got to figure out a way to police all this stuff. And I don't think they have the funds or the people. And I don't know about the other coaches, but I just get real sick of the bloggers or somebody calling the school saying we're cheating, they're doing some things and we're not. And but they have nobody to hold us accountable. And if a kid moves to your school or in your area because you're doing things right, that doesn't mean you're not recruiting them. If you're winning and you're physical, doesn't mean you're doing more contact drills. If you're doing this or that, it's not because we're cheating. We work hard. And these guys are the first ones on campus, and we're the last ones to leave. And we do things right on campus, in the community, and on the field. And sometimes I don't know why people just can't give us the respect we're due for working hard. And I see Chris with his family. I mean, it's a family affair. My little guy's with me today, so I don't know why they can't just justify the hard work we're doing and what we're doing with these kids and take it for what it is.
Justin, state championship game 2 years ago, 6-6 last year. What is the mood coming in this year? What is the feeling coming in this year?
Yeah, we've been working really hard. Last year we had a really young team. We did not have a lot of experience, but I think last year helped a lot of us grow. Been working really hard coming in. We got a lot of returners, a lot of skill, and I think we know what we have to do. We just got to kind of put it to the test. So.
How would you describe the experience of being a Delaware football player? You've grown up in the program, a lot of youthful players running around. Is it a real source of pride to wear that jersey and be involved in the community and be in a bowl game and things like that?
Yeah, definitely. I started playing football when I was in 3rd grade, and I went to every game Friday night and was always like, wow, that'd be so great to play on Friday nights for Delaware. And it's kind of like when you're here, it's kind of like you got to like appreciate it because it's gonna go by fast. But it's pretty awesome being a Delaware football player and all the all the tradition that you have to carry on. So.
Coach T, obviously, he wanted us to wear the ties, said game day dress, and it's how we're always going to dress on Friday nights. And there's a lot of little traditions that we're going to do that are, Coach Taylor always says it's the small stuff that leads to the big things. It's getting your last rep in the weight room, or it's wearing your game day dress, and I think that accounts a lot to our success.
Can you just talk about how proud you are of kind of the Friday night atmosphere at Loomis and how much that plays into kind of your continued success?
Yeah, we're very fortunate. Like I said, we come from a small town, and we have 5,000 plus every Friday night. It is a great, we have a thing, Delaware Pride community wide. I think it's we have a lot of 3rd, 4th generation families. I've been very fortunate to coach 3 or 4 brothers from families, and I think from a educator and a coach, I think when you have an opportunity to impact a family over 15 years, it's a pretty special opportunity. And I think with tradition, tradition's great and tradition's tough sometimes too. The expectations are if you're winning, you're not winning good enough, and when you're losing, let's run them out of town. So. But we're very fortunate to have a great community, and I think it really starts with the school and the administration and really believes in the athletic part of it. And we're just very fortunate to have that. It's fun Friday night. It's a great event, and we just try to improve on it all the time. And I think last year was the first time we've lost a playoff game at home since '96. So it just tells you something about the home field advantage, and we're very fortunate to have that.
No, it's definitely, we're playing De La Salle. We love the challenge. We don't just want to play some team that we're going to run over, that can't compete with us. We want to play the best team out there and just try to get better as a team and as an individual and everything. You know, we just love it. We thrive off that stuff.
Jackson, did your dad drive, and did you drive the speed limit coming down there?
What?
How did
Yes.
your dad drive down? Was your dad responsible, both hands on the wheel when you drove down?
Yeah.
What did we talk about on the way down?
You gonna be a football player?
Yeah.
Awesome. Alrighty. Thank you, guys.
We'll work on the media. First aid.